forced to walk, a fight you're forced to fight. There's nothing noble here, 'cause you've been put on the line. A sudden war to wage that's meant to twist your spine. Beneath the ruse of such good times, the underlier is the reason why we live and die. The stakes are higher now than anybody knows. Don't let it take you in, you'll let it come to the side of the glass. Power lines divide us all. Light changes shape from the side of the glass. Power lines divide us all. That path to justice is covered in sad goodbyes, a fleeting memory, a piece of your life. Well, that's not your game to play, but still you hold the dice. And when you've got the gun, we'll cast in your own light. Something's painted white, that's never what it seems. A passing glance, another chance, wanna show you what it means. If something's painted black, well, who then holds the brush? It's not your creation now, not your creation now.
And now that you're tuned up, we're going to tune you in to improvisation across the nation. TunedIN TV, we're with Aqueous today. And guys, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
And will somebody name the band for me, please? Introduce yourselves, please.
I'm Dave, and the name of the band is Aqueous. I do keyboards and guitar
And vocals.
and vocals. I also do the vox.
My name's Mike. I play guitar and do vocals in the band too.
I'm Evan. I play just the bass.
I'm Rob.
Just the basic facts.
Oh, jeez.
He's only just the bass.
I'm Rob. I play drums. Also some vocals. Sometimes.
And from North Tonawanda.
Yeah.
That
So
is
you're
the official suburb
but we
that
met
are
at Buffalo,
from.
New York.
Home of the carousel.
Yeah.
It is. Look it up.
Home of the World Series.
Oh, yeah,
World Series.
we more or less, Buffalo is more or less our home city.
And what is Aqueous working on right now, guys?
We've actually been in the studio for the past month and a half or so in between all the festival dates that we've been to. So we're touring, but also simultaneously recording an album at this place called Sonic Farm Studios. It's at a studio that's about 45 minutes out of Buffalo. It's an amazing spot. So we're working on a new EP.
That will be ready
In October.
Yeah,
October. We have a CD release party that they're going to have October 13th and 14th at the Buffalo Ironworks. A special guest, Natalie Cressman from Trey Anastasia Band.
Yeah.
And I wanted to hear about the background of the band. How did you guys meet? And
We all met when we were in high school. The three of us did, anyways. Was that 2007 is when we graduated. So I think a year before that's when we all started kind of playing together.
Yeah, at least according to the books. It's
marching
been-
According to
band,
the
concert
record.
band type
No,
thing?
no.
We were in jazz band together.
Me
Ah.
and Dave were.
We did do jazz
Actually,
band.
Dave got electrocuted in jazz band.
I
Wow.
did.
Horrible. It's it wasn't. It was
Not a
so
good
bad
day.
that it wasn't funny for a whole week.
Wow.
Then a week later it was
It
funny.
was a week or with Mr. Manth. I don't know if he wants me to say his name.
Probably
I did.
not.
But I did. He always every time I'd wake up to shake his hand.
I'm
Shake,
not gonna do that.
you're not gonna do it. Every time I would shake, he'd be like,
It's fist bumps today, right?
Yeah.
It'd always be the joke every time.
But anyways,
Sorry if you're watching it.
formed actually a decade. It's been 10 years for us now.
Wow.
This is at least the beginning's a little bit murky as far as an official start date, but
10 years playing, but Aqueous from the start started 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
it was from the start.
Yeah.
That you play the same instruments that you play now when you were playing in the jazz band?
Yeah, we
were
both did guitar.
doing
Yeah.
guitar in the
I
jazz
didn't pick
band.
up keyboards till 3 or 4 years ago from now. So it was mostly just two guitars for a long time, and then I started adding in the keys.
I remember I played in the jazz band as well. I'm a horrible guitar player. I'm not worthy, but
No.
they made me learn bass clef, and I played the bass. And because I didn't know anything else, by default for the marching band, I had to play the cymbals.
Okay.
So I had the big hat and the cymbals that I played and
To make the
everything.
most noise.
But what do you guys think is the biggest challenge as a band?
I think
Touring,
finding your
probably.
own sound is one of the things. But I think it kind of came naturally to us. But
I was just gonna say time.
that's
You know? Just
If you wanna
in
get to
general,
that.
and that can apply in a lot of different ways. I think finding time to rehearse, finding time to write music, finding time to see your family, to see your your girlfriends at home, whatever the thing is. I think we always feel like we're behind, even though we're always working as hard as we can.
yeah. There's never enough time in the day to do everything.
No, stuff just creeps up so quick, especially with the touring lifestyle. And then when we started working on the album, it's wow,
Yeah.
it's
But it was nice when we did the album because it was just a week or two of just nothing but that.
yeah.
So you didn't have to worry really about too many other things.
At least for tracking.
Because for
then
tracking,
as soon
and
as
then after
tracking's
that,
done,
it
then you have to get into mixing, and that's a whole.
And now you're doing that in
thing of
between
its
all the
own,
shows.
yeah.
Right, and you did speak of that, Dave, before we
Yeah.
came in. But I also I read online where you guys have a unique, probably not unique, but unique to me, way of how you write. So you actually use GarageBand as a vehicle, and you record
Yeah, a lot of the
different segments and
Yeah.
hit them off to
Yeah,
each
Mike
other
or I'll,
for ideas.
I'll come up with a little chord progression or whatever, and then I'll record that.
Email it off. He'll,
Exactly.
if you guys
Any
are.
other ideas, I'll layer on there and send it off to everyone else. And, then
And-
oh, this is cool. We can.
Yeah,
arrange
that's
it
something
differently.
we've integrated more in the past couple years since that technology became cheaper, and also with us being more pressed for time. That's an efficient way to because usually when you get to band practice, it's so busy these days that we have to kind of just jump right into whatever we're working on.
Right.
Whereas back, maybe a couple years ago, 5-6 years ago, before we were touring heavy, we could go there and kind of flesh out the parts with each other, and we'll still do that in hotel rooms and stuff like that. But
Right.
for the days that we're off tour, being so pressed for time, we try to get family time in or time with people that are important to us, and so that's a new kind of a way we've taken advantage or trying to take advantage of some of the technology. Evan will send over a demo from his iPad is the thing. Or we'll like make like weird demos in the car even just for fun, and then maybe they'll turn into something. I don't know.
They're hot demos.
Some of them are hot jam. We actually
some
have
hot bass lines.
only when we drive to Colorado. The drive is so long that everyone just feels like almost like psychotically inspired because they're trapped in the van.
That's
so we just
funny.
take the iPad and start making jam.
But the compositions that you do and the ideas that you have and all the different flavors, do you leave space in between for improvisation? I mean, is that how it works, or it
Sometimes.
just...
Like a lot of the songs, we kind of just write them as the song, and then later be like, all right, this section's a great spot to jam.
Let
Yeah.
them find their space.
Yeah, exactly. Just a
This
lot
will
of
be
things.
the-
Yeah, like
this will be
it becomes
this is the
obvious.
spot.
Yeah, I think a lot of the stuff with how we write and jam and everything, it's a lot of just like what happens naturally. And try to like not force anything too much.
And Mike answered already. Of course, family's the most important. But outside of music, what do you guys enjoy doing?
I'm an avid golfer.
Hit Rob and Ethan for...
I'm a craft beer guy. I love craft beer and I love good food. So
Hell or High Water? We shouldn't be plugging, right? I was curious, being a guitar player, this question's for Mike. What was the first tune you learned on the guitar?
Brain Stew by Green Day.
Hey!
Really?
Right away.
Oh,
that
wow.
Except I didn't really learn it because I was just doing single notes and I was using a penny. I didn't even have a pick. I was just like downstroking these, but I got like the kind of basic idea. And then like when I finally figured out that there's
This is
another
a
note
G
to make
chord?
a power chord, yeah, I was like,
That's a note.
oh my lord, you know.
It was just 3/5.
But to go back to your other question too,
Yeah.
like we all, like as far as interests go, I'm actually really into skateboarding.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I try to be safe with it. They
So-
always are worried about me. But I do
Look at your
skate.
shoes.
No. These are the
ones.
good shoes. These are.
You should
okay.
see his other ones. They basically had a hole.
I shredded them up.
I think I'm at the very tail end of the baby boomers, so I was roller skating. I
Oh,
remember we used to
yeah.
do that. We used to have the
Aggressive
six-pack
So
shuffle.
does,
and-
so does Evan. He's the guy.
Oh, that's cool.
I've seen him
But
get in half
I
pipe
used
with
4
them.
wheels. You probably used 3, right?
I'm just
Inline
inline
guy.
skating.
Aggressive.
Inline skating.
Hockey.
Don't forget the aggressive.
The date for Philly, you will be appearing at
Yes.
Milk Boy, which is
Yes.
actually, you could walk to it. It's right down the street from Philly Camp Studio where we're recording.
November
is
9th.
November 9th. So you will be here, but I wanted to know, Aqueous for the first time, any plans of going outside of the U.S. to touring
We've been to
Europe
Canada
or-
a couple of times.
Yeah?
September 30th, we're going to be in Toronto again with the works. Other than that,
There's a lot of
I don't know.
so many logistics to work out with something like that. I know it's something that we all want.
We'd love to go to
Actually,
Europe.
Evan, you
That'd be
travel.
great.
You travel anyways. Like,
I wish we could go to Europe. That'd be awesome.
yeah.
And I guess being a Buffalo-based band, North Tonawanda, Mo, right? Mo
I
is
like
also
Buffalo.
from Buffalo,
Absolutely,
right? The
yeah.
only ones I can think of are Goo Goo Dolls, right?
Yep, yep.
Spyro Gyra, I think, right?
Yeah, also, yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty good. They're the 3 that I can rattle off hand.
Yeah, this is decent music history and scene in the city. It's great.
Okay, and I know this is a very difficult question. I know you were asked this before, but who inspires you? I mean, I'm sure it's different all around, but early on, who were your influences, and who do you still have left that you would like to play with? For me, I love Jake Siniger.
Oh,
Humphreys,
yeah.
I
I think, Mo, Humphreys, Fish, they kind of got us into the whole jam thing and doing improv live. And like when we saw Mo, I think it was 2006 or 7 in Buffalo. It was like,
Yeah, like I think
Yeah.
it kind of provided a context. Like we saw that and we're like, okay, you can do all this. Like you can fit this many genres into
One.
an overhead term, this jam band thing. And like those 3 bands, I think we
Yeah.
wanted to kind of settle in between all of it because I think Humphreys and McGee has like that harder edge and they rock and they'll
Right.
they'll go really heavy, almost metal. And I was like excited that was allowed. Like I didn't think when I first heard about jam stuff, I thought it was like very light and whatever. And then I saw them. And realize like, okay, well, you can have some teeth, you can have an edge, but then like Fish, they get into those like beautiful, like transcendent, uplifting moments, and we like get really influenced by that. And then with Mo, for at least
bit of
with
both,
me and
yeah.
Dave, like I love their writing so much, and I love
yeah, their
how
studio albums are awesome.
so good.
I
Like
love
Wormwood is like one of the best, like one of my
Wormwood,
favorites.
Conch, Dither,
They're all good. And then also like how they also with Humphreys too, but how they worked with 2 guitarists, like trying to like make room for each other and play off each other and always be listening was something that we kind of learned from all those
Yeah. 'Cause
bands.
prior to that, it was just like the classic stuff. Jimi Hendrix,
Of course.
the Beatles, and whatever.
But you
Pink
named
Floyd
all
was a
those
huge one.
bands and you named the PowerPoints of all of them, and you've actually developed your own PowerPoint in your music. It's groove rock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, and all your different flavors.
And I think that's kind of more of a product of where our influences are now, especially like with the groove aspect, is because we got really into, I think Evan kind of integrated it
A
more.
lot of like
Yeah.
neo soul and future soul. Like I really love listening to that right now. But really everything. I mean, everyone takes rap as electronic. Everyone just has their own style.
Who were we listening to last night in the hotel?
Anderson .Paak.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like some of that stuff.
Yeah,
awesome.
and like Kendrick Lamar, Erica Badu, like some of that stuff
The
is like
Badu.
more of a reason.
Who was
just
just
like,
here in Philadelphia,
Well,
yeah.
I know.
Yes, she
I'm
was.
jealous. I need to see her. She's a queen.
She's a queen.
But yeah, I think like hearing like some of the more like pocket-based, groove-based music has made us want like every time like that always feels so good, and like we never want to get too far away from something
Feeling
that just
good.
grooves really hard, you know.
Absolutely.
Like it's awesome to like be a little proggy and like shredding and whatever, but at the end of the day. Wow. He just quoted Chuck Mangione's Feels So Good. 1977 hit, Feels So Good.
Well, hey, guys, I want to thank you for coming out to the show. And lots of, you don't need luck. I mean, you have the rest of the festival season. We're really looking forward to the CD release party. Don't forget, it'll be in Buffalo on October 12th and 13th.
13th and 14th.
13th and 14th at the Buffalo Ironworks. And thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Scott Tamburino with Aqueous tuning out. Thank you.
Got this feeling that will probably get away from me, and I will take it cause it's hardly ever there. And it's so simple that you might not even realize. It's so simple that you might not even care. And from the morning to the evening holding on to it, because it's got me feeling like I'm really glued. And I don't even care to know what's the cause of it, or if it even matters that I haven't got a clue. Said maybe I got it all wrong. After all, when I wasn't there when you did, and I gotta know. Maybe I never hear what you say. Maybe I got it all wrong. After all, when I wasn't there when you did, and I gotta know. If all these days will turn into one, then all this life has just begun. Let's take this time and work it out, cause we've got time, yeah. Well, I'm not that sure just what it takes to make a proper plan, and I haven't got a clue what drives a person or a car. Well, my brain is just so different from the average median, and every day I probably take it too far. So when my patience loses touch with your reality, and time I try to fit a circle in a square, it's safe to say I'm losing touch with your reality, which begs the question, should I care? said maybe I got it all wrong after all, when I wasn't there when you did, and I gotta know. Maybe I never hear what you say, maybe I got it all wrong after all, but I wasn't there when you did, and I gotta know. If all these days will turn into one, and all this life has just begun, won't you take this time